Have you ever wondered about this question? Why, when you let go, do things in your hand fall down instead of flying up? I bet you'd say it's gravity. Actually, you're wrong. You've all been fooled by Newton for hundreds of years. He got hit on the head by one apple and suddenly dared to call it gravity, making everyone feel like an apple falling is a monumental event. But the truth is, this so-called gravity basically doesn't exist. It's just an optical illusion, created by the warping of space-time. The Earth has never been stable. It is always falling crazily toward the sun. It's been falling for 4.6 billion years. The craziest part is, it will never hit the bottom. Many people ask, if gravity doesn't exist, then why when I let go? Does my phone drop and shatter? That's because you've been brainwashed by the word down. In space, there is no floor and no ceiling. You could fly 100 million light years in any direction and never hit a wall. What we call down is actually just the sun, that massive heavyweight, making up 99.86% of the system's mass, using its incredible weight to brutally warp the space-time. In our neighborhood, imagine a tight bedsheet at home. You throw a heavy bowling ball into the center, the sheet would sag into a huge hole, right? Now roll a marble in from the edge. As long as the marble is fast enough, it won't roll straight into the hole, but will swirl wildly along the slope. Earth is that unlucky marble. It thinks it's moving in a straight line, but the path has been warped. It can only loop around in that hole. Congratulations, you've just understood Einstein's general relativity. But did you notice? There's a fatal flaw in this logic. If the path is curved, and the Earth is always falling into the hole, then how come it doesn't just fall all the way in? The answer is hidden in a number. That makes every physicist want to bang their head against a wall 2978 km/s. That's Earth's orbital speed. A bullet is fast, right? Earth is 30 times faster than a bullet. A commercial plane takes 40 hours to circle the Earth. Earth travels its own diameter in just 7 minutes. This terrifying speed allows Earth to fall while simultaneously shifting sideways crazily. It falls fast but swerves even faster, always missing the sun by a hair. This near miss isn't random. It's a precise dance that's lasted 4.6 billion years. You might ask, where did this insane speed come from? Blame the Great Collision, a chaotic mess 4.6 billion years ago. The solar system was just a cloud of dust, swirling chaotically, pulling together under its own mass. Think of a figure skater pulling their arms in. The rotation speed instantly skyrockets. Earth inherited this unstoppable momentum from the moment it was born. If you stopped Earth now, even for just 1 second, the whole logic domino effect would collapse. If it stopped completely, we'd all be taking a collective hot bath inside the sun. But don't worry, outer space is nearly a perfect vacuum. No air, no friction, nothing to hit the brakes on Earth. This angular momentum will keep spinning until the day the sun itself dies. You might still not believe it, thinking I'm making this up. Well, look at the 1919 solar eclipse. Astronomer Eddington discovered that light from distant stars, when passing the sun, actually bent at an angle. Light has no weight. No force can pull it. The only reason it bent is because the path itself was curved. The sun wrinkled the fabric of space-time. Light had no choice. It had to follow the wrinkles. Einstein didn't just win. He nailed the lid shut on Newton's coffin. But the most brutal point about this space-time trap is that it doesn't just play with space, it plays with time too. In the sun's massive gravity hole, time flows slower than outside. If you could stay on the sun's surface for exactly 1 second, on Earth, a few minutes might have already passed. This warping of space-time is the bedrock of the universe. Gravity isn't a force. It's the geometry of space-time. You feel like you're living freely, but you're just trapped in a massive geometric structure. Let's zoom out a bit. The fact that Earth has stayed in this orbit for 4.6 billion years is a survivor bias. With extremely low odds, when the solar system formed, it was full of planetary debris flying everywhere. Pieces that were too fast long ago became space wanderers, destined to die in absolute zero darkness. Pieces that were too slow long ago became fuel for the sun. Only our Earth has a speed, stuck in that miraculous balance point where it neither flies away nor falls and crashes. This type of probability is like death, walking past your door, but you just happen to be in the restroom, so he didn't see you. You might wonder, if Earth is spinning, why don't we feel anything? That's because you and Earth are locked in the same system. You're sitting on a high-speed train, moving at 100,000 km/h. As long as it doesn't brake, turn, or accelerate, you feel like you're in a 5-star hotel. Only when this balance is broken, for example, a massive celestial body suddenly enters the solar system, warping the bedsheet into a deep abyssal hole, will you feel the true, evil nature of the universe. Luckily, this balance won't break anytime soon. Scientists have calculated it. For the next million years, our space-time neighborhood is peaceful. But here's a fun fact. Earth is actually drifting away from the sun by 1.5 cm every year. Don't get too excited. It's not because Earth wants to run away. It's because the sun is losing mass through nuclear fusion every year. The space-time hole is becoming shallower, though the speed is slow as a snail. On a cosmic scale, it's a slow, drawn-out breakup. In 5 billion years, the sun will run out of fuel and expand into a red giant. By then, this space-time trap will become a massive fireball, swallowing Mercury, Venus, and even Earth. At that point, this 4.6 billion year free fall will finally reach its end. So don't feel too safe. Humanity has never lived on any solid ground. Each of us right now is just squatting on a giant rock, moving at 100,000 km/h on a permanent free fall into endless darkness. The universe doesn't care about saving or killing you. It's just running coldly according to geometric logic. The fact that we've lived this long in this 4.6 billion year space-time skydive without a collision is the greatest miracle that logic has gifted us. If you're still able to watch this video, still able to think about whether gravity exists or not, you should be thankful for that original momentum from 4.6 billion years ago that kept you from stopping.